So I finished Prodigy, and surprise, I want to talk more about it. So this is going to be not about the content, but I want to talk about the Republic and the Colonies. So if you haven't read the book and you don't want to be spoiled about the different stories or the different histories or kinds of that, please don't watch this video. Also, I want to talk about the ending at the end of this video. So if you haven't read the book, don't watch the ending, but I'll give another warning there. I already mentioned in my last video that Prodigy goes more into detail about the world that is created and what kind of countries there are and how it came to be. We already learned some about the Republic in legend, that it's a very military oppressed country. It has a dictator, the Elector Primo, who basically suppresses the whole society, and it's very regulated and it's very dark and sinister and very hopeless. In Prodigy, we learn more about the past of the country, why there are the colonies and the Republic. We learn that there were floods and that most of the country was flooded and the people fled, and that everybody wanted to go west, and the Republic just said we can't take all of them, so they closed their walls. And we learn that the colonies basically tried to get into higher country to get saved from the floods, and so the Republic shut them off, and that's how the war started between the colonies and the Republic. We don't really get to the colonies until basically 2/3 into the book. And up to that, we only had days visions of the colonies, that everything is great, everything is beautiful. It was like, a hopeful country, the land of hope or something. And it really is interesting that when they get there, the colonies are not all that great. Even though they are different from the Republic, they don't sound so much greater. The colonies are basically a country that is run by corporations. So everything is run by a corporation, even the police, and you have to pay them to basically do their job. There was a scene where we had a woman who wanted to have help from the police because she got robbed, but she didn't have the money to pay them. So they just said like, no, we don't help you. So the colony society is totally based on advertising, buying stuff, and corporate power. And I thought that was really, really interesting to have this dictatorship, which is really represented as bad and not good, even through the eyes of the outside world, which we get to see a little bit. And then the colonies, that sounded so great and so hopeful and like the savior and the better part of the country. For me, it didn't sound that great. It sounded awful, like everything is run by corporations. You have to pay, you have to work for it, and you're totally controlled by the companies. That was really, really interesting. What I'm interested now is what you guys think. On the one side, we have the Republic, which is totally dictatorship, oppressive, and military controlled. And on the other side, we have the colonies, which are really just run by corporations. So money is the word. What society would you prefer? What are your thoughts when you read that about the colonies and all the hope going out of you? Because the colonies were no hope for me anymore when I thought how life runs there. So I was very, very surprised. Okay, one more word to the ending. Leave if you haven't read the book. What is with the ending? How did that come up? I mean, okay, it was a little bit predictable that Day is sick. But why? Why doesn't he tell her? Why? All right. Tell me what you think about the Republic and the colonies, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.